welcome to my channel. Today I'm back working on this little journal, the one I've used the sort of scrappy bits in and scrappy tags. I haven't done much with it since the last one, so I'm going to do some tags, and today I've cut out two templates. I've got a template, I keep templates of different tags that are quite, like this is 3 by 6 inches. And I've pulled out some scrappy paper out of my scrapbooks, out of here and the slightly bigger one, and I'm going to glue this to here, and the same with this one. So I'll just do that, and let's hope my art glitter glue works. Okay, now it's really runny and it's just splattered everywhere. It's gone from not working to being runny. Okay, I have these two done, and I'm going to ink them in gathered twigs, I think. I've noticed with this heat wave we're having the inks are getting runny as well. Which is not so bad with the vintage photo, but because it dries out quite quick, but these seem to, the ones I don't use that often, seem to get very inky. Anyway, right, I am going to back them with some tea dye paper as well. What I also do, a friend gave me this lace here, a whole big piece of it. It's not vintage, but it's quite a nice colour, and I want to put some over the top of the tags like this. So I need to cut a strip of this off, a strip of lace off, and put 2 pieces on here. So I'm just going to put some glue on here to put the lace onto. So hold it down there. Then I've got, for this one, I've got some pieces to go on. I haven't totally finished them. This is another offcut I had from something else again. So I'm going to glue this on. So that comes down there and on the edge. These need inking. Anyway, I hope you're all well. We're still in the middle of a heat wave, as I said earlier, with my glue. I'm not sure of the temperature today. Over the weekend, Saturday, I did a craft fair, and Sunday I did a craft fair. I'm filming this on a Monday, and it was so hot on the Saturday. I ended up feeling quite unwell by the time I got home, even though I was under a pop-up gazebo and in the shade and sitting down and drank numerous amounts of water. The time I got home, I was tired and felt really rough. So I had a siesta. And I have these pieces for this one here. Now, just ink these up first. Yesterday wasn't so bad because we had a really cloudy day and it was humid. So the fair wasn't so bad, but I got some orders. Well, one definite order for, this is a bit unusual, the movie Wicked, a film, a journal kit, but for a wedding, as a wedding present to put her, apparently she's mad, whoever it is, on Wicked. Put that on there. Then think I just want one row of these. Does it tear? No, didn't think it teared the other way. And I'm going to put that on there, but first again I just need to glue this down. So I can trim up the side here. Whoops. Okay, this I'm putting here like that, with this there, and then this, maybe tuck that under there. That way, and that one on there. I do feel like I need something else on these at the top. Not sure what yet. I need to rummage, and I've got to glue this down to make sure it stays down so that I can cut round it. Some of it already is glued. I wasn't sure how this glue was going to show up on this, but it's actually quite well hidden. So I'll just glue these down. Okay, all glued down. Now I just want to put some extras on. I've got some tea-dyed gauze here that a friend gave me the other day. She had a go. Me and another friend taught a journaling class at one of our craft groups, and just for a couple of weeks, and they all got enthusiastic, but only one actually took it up in the end. And so the friend who gave me we'd given them some gauze pads to dye, and she never did, so she's given it back to me, these gauze pads. So I thought I'll tea dye them and then start using them, because they've got a much nicer weave, a bigger weave than the cheesecloth that I've had for years. Put that there in the middle like that, and then this one I'm just going to be putting some just a dangly thing on here. Again, these were from a friend who unfortunately passed away, and she was doing some gemstones. I don't know, jewellery, and I don't know what gemstone this is or what it is, but I thought I could, I'm hoping, attach it underneath here as well. Yep. Okay, that took some manoeuvring. It wouldn't go in at first, but the little bit it goes into was quite stiff. So I'm just going to leave them like that, and I'm going to clip them in. I'm not putting holes in or anything like that, and I'm just going to clip them in the top here on that one. And then this one I'm putting at the back here, if I can find it, here. I thought I would clip this into here. There. Now I have a journal card that I would like to put here. I know there's a pocket there, but I'm just going to clip it onto this, so I need to get that out next. Okay, this is the next one, and I've got this book cover. This is from the Graphics Fairy that I've double-sided. Just tear that off there and down the bottom here. Don't want it as white. Now, what I'm going to do with this is rough it up, hopefully. It is only done on 100 GSM paper. then fold this over, fold this up. And do a bit of sanding. Use this. Oh, that's nice. Right, I now want to put some ephemera in, and I have a few pieces here. I'm hoping I could sort of put that in like that, and then get one of these. Maybe not the big ones, the smaller ones. Not sure what I'm going to do with those big ones. Maybe something like that, and get my box here. Do a bit of layering. Pencil. Yep, I like that. Oh yeah, and something small down the bottom. And I think I'm going to put a stamp on that. I'm going to rough it up as well, but put a little... Where's the red ones? I've got a small one. Yeah, I'm going to put that on there. So I just need to age this one piece a bit, ink that up, and ink and glue this together. Okay, I've put these in here, and what I've done, I've just added a little dried flower I'd got, roughed this up and inked over it, and then just glued that, inked and glued that in. So I want this tucked right into the corner there, and this over this side here. Now the other thing is, I've got, these are from those previous tags, bits left over, and I found a pretty bit of this pinky stuff, lace, and I'm just going to put a safety pin through dear, if I can get through. Yep, and through this piece, and then I'm hoping maybe I should do this first before I've put all this in here. Okay, put this in, put this over there. And that there, and then we've got to fit it in the in the journal, and I want it to go on here. Now I was going to attach it there instead of why I'm thinking I've got to attach it from the top. I don't know, because that is just a pocket on there. And then there with the pocket. Oh yeah, that works. That's okay. Yeah, I prefer it there. Okay, right. I think I'll see what I've got to do next. I decided that I didn't need to put any more in this, and I've just decorated the ones that we put in earlier. So I've tied it up with chiffon. So I thought this would be a better idea. Do a quick flip through. As you can see, it's getting quite fat. The tag we did in this video. These are tags from Well Loved Journals. You get vintage tags, 108 of them. And 2 tags here. This is just that scrap of paper. I've backed everything with tea dyed paper. And I've put a doily and a label on there. And a tab at the top, and this is one of the ones from Well Loved Journals. This is one of those tags. This is what I mean. I've decorated this with those strips of paper I put on it, and these are doilies from a Chinese shop that I've had for a couple of years, and thought, right, they need using as well. Flip here, paper cameo love labels and some Tim Holtz scrap of paper I'd left over. And again, the same here, a scrap there. And this is a Tim Holtz card I've just distressed. Tracy Fox label. Digital, and I don't know where from. Tea dyed paper, and this we've made today in this video as well. So we have that, and I've distressed this sort of check and put a French stamp on there. Tuck that in the corner there, and then I've put some dried flower on there as well. Another tag from Well Loved Journals, and I put a Shabby Dabby Doodah label up there and a piece of book page down the side on that tag. And obviously one of the clusters, you've seen me do that in an earlier video. Vintage book pages, Edith Holden, tea-dyed ledger paper. I've not put anything in there. As I say, it was getting fat and I thought maybe it's a good idea to leave it. And the same this side. I have just added a tag, again from Well Loved Journals on there. One of the tags we made earlier. This is all the other side. You saw me put this bit of paper in here. I backed it and I've put a blank label on from Tracy Fox. Tea dyed paper. Oh, I found this in a book. One of those ones at the beginning of last week's video. So I've just slipped it into there because it's a lovely writing space and the mottled effect. And again, here was one of those videos, one of those tags, sorry. And this is some embossing, and I've used that Goldfinger paint on there that you can see, well, rub, and a paper cameo label on there, tea-dyed paper. This is from one of the other videos we've done with the book pages, book page pockets and a cluster. And this is a library card that's got a small cluster on as well. And I don't know, key. I've got lots of key charms, so I thought I'd use one. This is a fold out here with a pocket we put in, and this is again, it's a piece of linen paper. I backed onto some tea dye paper and just done a cluster with a tea dye doily on there. And then on this side, I was going to decorate this. I ended up leaving it. I also think that sometimes it's nice to leave the tags for someone else to decorate one of the clusters. And then we come to the last pocket, and this is a tag from Well Loved Journals, and I've put one of my own stamped labels on there and a bit of book page up there, and just slotted that in there. And that's the end. So that's the quick journal. It took a couple of videos, but I have used quite a bit that I'd already made, or blanks that I've used as well. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please hit the like button, notification bell, and subscribe if you hadn't, and come along with me to see what there is. Any future videos. Thanks a lot. Bye.